The Mi-24, often dubbed the flying tank, stands as one of the most iconic and formidable attack helicopters in aviation history. First introduced by the Soviet Union in the early 1970s, the Mi-24 has undergone a series of upgrades and modernizations, remaining in active service in numerous countries well into the 21st century. As of 2025, the Mi-24 still plays a crucial role in the armed forces of several nations, including Germany, which continues to operate and modernize a select number of these aircraft within specific units for specialized roles. While Germany does not rely on the Mi-24 as a frontline combat asset in the same way that Russia or some Eastern European countries do, its usage in German military circles is steeped in historical, technical, and operational significance. Germany's relationship with the Mi-24 is complex, rooted in the division between East and West Germany during the Cold War. The East German military, or National Volksarmee, NVA, was a significant user of Soviet-made equipment, including the Mi-24. After the reunification of Germany in 1990, a number of Mi-24s that had belonged to the East German Air Force were absorbed into the Bundeswehr. While many of these helicopters were eventually retired or sold to other countries, Germany maintained a handful for training, testing, and potential NATO cooperation purposes. In some cases, they were used to familiarize NATO allies with Eastern Bloc hardware and tactics, a unique advantage in joint operations or when working with newer NATO members from former Warsaw Pact countries. In recent years, particularly by 2025, Germany has renewed interest in rotary wing assets capable of performing diverse missions in hybrid warfare environments. This includes everything from counterinsurgency and anti-armor operations to humanitarian and rapid response missions. In this context, the Mi-24 offers unique capabilities. Unlike most Western attack helicopters, the Mi-24 is a dual-role platform. It combines the firepower of a gunship with the ability to transport troops, up to 8 fully equipped soldiers, in its cabin. This hybrid design offers unparalleled operational flexibility, allowing rapid deployment of infantry into hostile zones while delivering direct fire support. While modern Western platforms such as the AH-64 Apache or Eurocopter Tiger focus exclusively on the attack role, the Mi-24 retains its edge as a battlefield taxi with bite. The Mi-24's formidable armament includes a combination of machine guns, cannons, rockets, and anti-tank guided missiles. In the latest modernizations, including those maintained or inspected under NATO standards, upgraded avionics and targeting systems have been added. Germany's legacy fleet has seen minimal combat use in recent years, but their role in simulations, threat assessment exercises, and defense exhibitions continues. Analysts often note that Germany's maintenance of a small Mi-24 fleet, often kept in pristine condition, is more than symbolic. It is a strategic asset used for technical interoperability and intelligence training. As the geopolitical landscape in Europe continues to evolve, especially with tensions in Eastern Europe and NATO's expanding frontier, having a functional understanding of legacy Soviet equipment is an advantage that should not be underestimated. There's also a cultural and psychological element to the Mi-24. For many Germans, especially those from the former East Germany, the Mi-24 represents a relic of a past era, a symbol of both Soviet might and the technological sophistication that existed behind the Iron Curtain. Veterans of the NVA who trained on or operated the helicopter hold it in high regard, and numerous museums in Germany have preserved examples of the Mi-24 for public display. These exhibits serve as a testament not only to the aircraft's enduring legacy, but also to Germany's unique position as a bridge between East and West during the Cold War and in the years since. In the global market, the Mi-24 remains active across dozens of militaries, particularly in Africa, Asia, and Eastern Europe. Russian upgrades and new variants like the Mi-35M and Mi-24P continue to see combat in conflict zones, from Syria to Ukraine. Germany, while not directly involved in these theaters with Mi-24s, monitors these developments closely. Defense analysts and military planners examined footage, reports, and operational feedback from modern war zones to understand the helicopter's evolving combat role and vulnerabilities. This knowledge informs not only Germany's strategic planning, but also its contribution to NATO's collective understanding of adversary capabilities. In terms of technology, the Mi-24 has seen significant evolution. The original versions, like the Mi-24D and Mi-24V, were fitted with analog instruments, basic targeting systems, and limited night fighting capabilities. Modernized variants now incorporate GPS navigation, thermal imaging, digital cockpits, and modern countermeasure suites. While Germany's remaining models are not frontline combat ready in the way current Russian or Polish versions might be, they can still be upgraded or adapted with NATO-compliant avionics, making them valuable test beds for electronic warfare and integration training. Some German defense contractors have explored retrofitting Mi-24 airframes for specialized missions, including drone coordination and close air support simulations. Another layer to Germany's ongoing interest in the Mi-24 relates to defense diplomacy. The ability to understand, operate, and maintain Soviet-era hardware gives the Bundeswehr a unique edge in multinational cooperation. Countries like Hungary, Czech Republic, and Slovakia, all NATO members, still operate or recently operated Mi-24 helicopters. Germany's technical and operational familiarity with the platform fosters smoother collaboration in joint exercises and multinational missions, particularly under the NATO Response Force or EU battle group frameworks. In some cases, German advisors have participated in upgrade discussions, sharing insights on NATO integration with legacy systems. Looking forward to the next decade, Germany is unlikely to increase its operational fleet of Mi-24s. Instead, the EU trend is toward phased retirement and transition to more modern, interoperable platforms like the NH90 or H145M. However, the Mi-24 will likely continue to hold a niche role in training, simulation, and defense education. Universities and technical institutes tied to the Bundeswehr may also utilize retired airframes for engineering training, ensuring that future aerospace engineers and defense specialists understand the design philosophies and maintenance challenges of older, yet still capable, military hardware. In conclusion, the Mi-24 helicopter in 2025 represents more than just a combat vehicle. It is a symbol of engineering resilience, geopolitical history, and strategic foresight. For Germany, its continued presence in limited military and educational roles underscores the value of maintaining a tangible link to Cold War-era technologies while preparing for the future. Though no longer a frontline weapon, the Mi-24 remains a flying chapter of history, one that continues to inform and inspire even in the heart of modern Europe.